So if you're wondering if these Chee Pass motors from Kwadbox are any good, if you'll stay tuned, you will find out. Thank you for coming back and joining my channel. On this video, we'll be updating our quadcopter here with the Maytech all-in-one, the Maytech VTX XM Plus. We've got 20 amp, let's see, XS or DYS XS ESCs running D-Shot 600. We're also running Betaflight 3.2. We will be changing out the standard Emax red bottoms 2205 2600 kV for the Chee Pass motors from the Kwadbox, and we'll be seeing what kind of performance we get. Of course, this is a heavier build, so I think that this build will feel a little bit more low-end power with the lower kV motors on it. Now, if these were the S versions, I wouldn't be trading it out, but I think I can get maybe just a little bit better out of these. I'm not 100% sure, but we will find out. So first off, we're going to check out what our current weight is on our build before we change out the motors. That's 375. Let's move. Alright, got them all soldered up. We're fixing to test out the motors. Only thing I changed on this quad was the motor, so we're gonna spin them up for the first time and see what happens. One here, one should be right here. Gotta uncheck the no propellers on first, and let's see. So first motor's working. I think it's spinning the wrong direction, but that's okay. Number two, man, they sound smooth. I just wanted to say that. Once I got them on the quad and spin them, man, it sounds like they've got some very good bearings in them, and they sound smooth. So they may turn out to be better than the red bottoms. I guess we'll see. See, this is number two. Should be the up top one, and she's spinning. and we'll do the number 3, which should be this one right here, spinning, and number 4 right up here. Yes, looks good. So I did have to go into BL Heli and reverse my motors. I guess the way that I had them crossed, which I know you don't have to do that, I just like to do it hardware versus software. But looks like because the other motors I had were reverse direction, that somehow it changed. It's opposite of what it should have been. So I just went in there and reversed all the ESCs, so the motors would be turning the right direction in. Because, well, I mean, I know I could turn them around and go the other way, but I'd rather for my camera to get dirty than all my electronic components and stuff on the inside. So that's why I do that. Right now I'm fixing to get my ESCs all wrapped up. I use these things printed out of TPU. You know, I know they have other ones that wrap it all the way around and everything, but if you just put it on the direction that the ESCs are running, that's where it's going to hit at. And these have, you know, ever since I started protecting my ESCs from prop strikes, you know, knock on wood, I haven't had any ESCs go out on me. So, but I do have backups for them, but still, ESCs have been doing me very good since I went to the DYS, and I'm always going to always protecting my ESCs with these little ESC covers. I were printing them out of PLA, but they were cracking a lot, so I decided to try it with TPU, and they don't break at all. So, and they still offer the protection. So, but I'm just now that, and I put this on my ESC, and then I wrap it with 2 things of tape around it, and protects my ESCs. So, here is the weight with the new motors, the Chee Pass motors. Looks like we've lost about 10 grams with these motors. So versus the red bottom standards. So that's good. I don't know what's different about this quad or these motors. Is with the red bottoms, I didn't have to worry about it hitting this TPU here, but I guess these motors are a little bit taller than the 2205 red bottoms, and the prop is just closer, and I end up having to unscrew the motors and push them as far out as possible to get enough clearance from this first standoff. She's pretty much ready to go in the air and see how these motors do. Chee Pass motors. So what's also this build, you know, it's 360 grams. the performance wasn't there. They were smooth. They had very good throttle response, but I had to run 80, 90, 100% throttle all the time just to keep it in the air. So maybe a lighter quad these might perform better on, but they did not. They just the Emax 2600 kV motors, the standard non-S versions, gave me better performance, better power. Now, I mean, I'm not saying they're not. They're great motors. They're definitely good. They don't have any power, no power whatsoever. I tried Gym Fan 5052 props, and I mean, it was just couldn't hardly keep the quad in the air. So I went down to the these are the HQ 5x4.8s. Formed a little bit better, but because I thought maybe putting a lighter prop on it might make it give it a little bit more power. But yeah, I wish I would have kept the Emax 2600 kVs on here. As for the price, they have them on Kwadbox now for as a member only store for $9.99. Looks like if you just got one motor, you'd pay another $4 and something in shipping, but I think it's $4 something in shipping if you get 3 or 4 motors. But all I would want is one extra, because I wouldn't put these on another quad. Yeah, that's just kind of my review of them. They didn't have the performance, and I know they're not supposed to be high performance motors, but the 2306 Racer Stars, I would rather have them on here for power. So yeah, I hate to say I really had high hopes for these motors, because once I put them on, they just feel so smooth. I may take these motors. I'm thinking of making me like a line of sight quad with no FPV camera, no no FPV at all, and that will bring the weight down a little bit, and see how they perform with a line of sight quad. I want to try to work on that. I think that'd be kind of fun to do acro line of sight, but I don't want to risk breaking a lot of stuff, so I might try that with these motors. But definitely for an FPV rig, I'm probably going to get some different motors to put on here. Another thing, now it may be better with a lower camera angle. So obviously that's a pretty steep camera angle. So if you have a more angle like this right here, it might be easier to keep in the air. But I usually run a pretty high camera angle, so that's another thing that I've noticed. So you could try that with these, but you're not gonna get the speed. Alright, well, that's my look at these Chee Pass motors. I hope you enjoy the flight footage. So thank you very much.